In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to add an H3 carrier to a subrack, and in the Hill configuration utility how to tell the software that that board is present. I've started with an existing subrack, and at the top of this rack I have a subrack in which I've added an H3 board. So by checking the subrack you can see that this position has a board in it ready to be configured. If I double click it, I can now choose the H3 pod. It's a DG pod H3X and it's marked Genix DSP. Genix DSP is the third generation of I/O board. I'm going to call this test pod and accept it, and now you can see that the test pod is shown on the subrack. If we show card images you can see the various boards that are fitted to my subrack, and if I double click this board I now need to tell the pod what's fitted. Now in this particular board I've got just one channel, and it is a input module, transducer simulator. I have to browse for the model that's installed in the board. Because these are DSP modules, we have to tell it which configuration is being used. So in this case I'm going to go to Program Data, Add to Firmware, pick 33, H3G DSP CITF, and that is the supplied firmware for the input module. So this stands for Complex Input Transducer Function Standard Genix model. The VDL is a variant definition file, and if I open this will show me information about the functionality within this module. So I'll fill in some other information, it's like an ECU name, and I'll give it a channel name, and this we'll see later in the demonstration will appear in the Visual Connect real-time interface. Now if I needed to change the firmware to a newer version or a different model, I would click on the Update Firmware button, but right now the module is pre-programmed so I don't need to do that. So when I perform a write card function, this will tell the card that this particular module is fitted and will set the CAN base ID. You can see here the CAN base ID is set to E000 Now if we go back to the top level, one thing you need to make sure you have selected for H3 is the Show Firmware Update Controls on Configuration Forms. Otherwise you will not be able to reflash the H3 module. And that's the end of this short demonstration.